Every year at the Jagannath Temple in Puri, something happens that almost no other temple in the world dares to declare. The Lord of the universe falls sick. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, the doors to his sanctum are closed. The Lord disappears from public view. And for the next 15 days, his devotees can no longer have the darshan of his sacred wooden form. To millions of devotees, these are not symbolic rituals. They are real moments in the Lord's divine life. But why would the Supreme Lord need healing? And what exactly happens behind those sealed doors remains one of the most sacred and closely guarded traditions of the Jagannath Temple. It all begins on Snana Purnima, celebrated as the divine appearance day of the Lord. On this sacred occasion, 4 deities leave the sanctum to bless the world. Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, and the divine weapon Chakraraj Sudarshan. In the grand swaying procession called Dhadi Pahandi, it is actually Lord Sudarshan who leads the way, stepping out first onto the sacred bathing platform. Thousands of devotees gather. Conch shells echo through the air. Temple bells ring. The entire city of Puri comes alive with devotion. Then comes the most anticipated ritual of the day. As part of the sacred bathing ritual, the temple servitors pour exactly 108 pots of sanctified water drawn from the temple's sacred Sona Kua, the historic golden well, over the 4 deities. But these are not distributed equally. Lord Jagannath receives 35 pots, Lord Balabhadra 33, Devi Subhadra 22 pots, and Lord Sudarshan 18. But here is something extraordinary. Unlike many temple traditions where the deity's form remains unchanged for generations, Lord Jagannath manifests here as Dharu Brahma, where Dharu means wood and Brahma refers to the supreme reality, God manifesting in a sacred neem wood form. His body is sacred neem wood. His colors are created entirely from natural organic materials. As hundreds of gallons of water cascade over the deities, the natural colors begin to soften. The painted surface slowly breaks down. The sacred neem wood absorbs moisture deep within. And in the eyes of millions of devotees, the Lord has developed a divine fever after his ceremonial bath. You see, this is perhaps the greatest mystery of Jagannath. Here, divinity embraces humanity. The Lord chooses something extraordinary. He chooses to experience life, just as his devotees do. He bathes, he falls ill, he rests, he heals. Only then does he return to bless the world. Together, Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, and Lord Sudarshan are taken into a secluded chamber known as the Anasara Ghara. For the next 15 days, the doors remain closed. No devotee is allowed inside, and the Lord of the universe begins his sacred period of healing. Once those doors close, everything changes. No crowds, no cameras, no public darshan. Even most temple servitors are not permitted to enter. For 15 sacred days, the Lord remains completely hidden from the world. But the daily worship of the Lord must continue. So the temple follows an extraordinary tradition. Beautiful cloth scroll paintings known as Anasara Patti are ceremonially installed for devotees to worship in place of the wooden deities. These sacred paintings are not merely artistic substitutes. They serve as the Lord's visible form while his wooden body undergoes healing inside the Anasara Ghara. But these paintings reveal something fascinating. They don't show the familiar handless wooden forms that millions recognize. Instead, they reveal the deities in their complete divine manifestations. Lord Jagannath is worshipped as Anantanarayana. Lord Balabhadra appears as Ananta Vasudeva, and Devi Subhadra is worshipped as Goddess Bhubaneshwari. While devotees offer prayers before these sacred paintings, another remarkable tradition unfolds behind the sealed doors. Who remains inside with the Lord? Not the temple's high priests, not the kings. Only the Daitapatis are entrusted with this sacred responsibility. A hereditary servitor lineage traditionally regarded as the Lord's own family. For the Daitapatis, Mahaprabhu is not merely a deity to be worshipped, he is family. And during these 15 days, they lovingly care for him like an ailing member of their own family. This deeply personal relationship is one of the most unique traditions of the Jagannath Temple. For them, the Lord is not simply worshipped, he is loved, cared, served, and lovingly nursed back to health. According to ancient temple tradition, on the 5th day, known as the Anasara Panchami, a highly specific secret medicine is administered. The Daitapatis lovingly apply Phuluri Tela, a sacred healing oil prepared one full year in advance by the Bedo Oriamato. Infused with fragrant costal flowers and cooling herbal roots like Benachoro, this earthen pot aged sesame oil is gently rubbed onto the deities to soothe their divine fever and protect the sacred neem wood body. Over these sacred days, the sacred neem wood forms are reverently prepared for their divine renewal. Every movement is slow, gentle, deliberate. The sacred wooden body is treated with immense care and reverence. Next comes the healing. The Daitapatis prepare a traditional medicinal paste known as Osua, made from juna, a natural tree resin, and sesame oil. This sacred paste is gently applied to the wooden forms. Its purpose is to help seal tiny cracks that may have developed after the ceremonial bathing. Throughout this period, pure camphor burns continuously inside the chamber. According to temple tradition, its warmth helps create a dry environment while the sacred wooden bodies recover from the deep moisture absorbed during the Snana Yatra. No celebrations, no grand processions, no public rituals, only silence, healing, devotion, and the loving care of a family serving the Lord through one of the most intimate traditions in Hinduism. By day 13, the sacred wooden forms are fully healed. Now begins the most intense part of the ritual, the Banaka Lagi, or repainting. Chemical paints are strictly forbidden. The Dutta Mahapatro, the traditional master artists of the temple, prepare each sacred pigment by hand using traditional natural ingredients to restore the four sacred complexions. White from crushed seashells for Lord Balabhadra, black from pure lamb soot for Lord Jagannath, yellow from Haritalo, mineral stone for Devi Subhadra, and red from Hingula or Cinnabar ore which completely coats the body of Lord Sudarshan. But these sacred colors are not applied with modern tools. The Datta Mahapatro used their bare hands to smooth the foundational layers into the wood, and handcrafted brushes made from the fibrous roots of the sacred Kia plant to paint the iconic, grand features of the Lord. Now, natural mineral paints usually take several days or even weeks to fully dry and cure. But the grand Rath Yatra festival is rapidly approaching. So, how are the deities made ready in time? The answer lies in the Banaka Lagi, an ancient palm leaf manual preserved by the temple's Datta Mahapatro servitors. Following these time-honored instructions, the sacred pigments are prepared from natural ingredients, including traditional binders such as kaintha glue, and carefully applied to restore the divine forms. Inside the Anasara Ghara, this centuries-old tradition continues exactly as it has for generations, preparing the deities for their grand return before Rath Yatra. Yet one final and most sacred detail remains unfinished: the eyes. On the 14th day, the high priests step in for Netrotsabo, the sacred ritual of painting the eyes, which spiritually breathes life back into the deities. On the 15th day, the doors finally burst open. This is Nabo Jobano Darshano, the darshan of the renewed youth. After 15 days of healing, care, and restoration, the deities emerge radiant once again, their sacred colors fully renewed. Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, and Lord Sudarshan are now ready to bless the world before the grand Rath Yatra begins the very next morning. But even after this meticulous 15-day healing, careful restoration, and complete repainting by the temple's master servitors, you will notice something extraordinary. The deities still have those large circular eyes, no visible ears, and unfinished handless arms. Why? Was this unfinished form a mistake, or was it exactly as the Lord intended? The answer lies in one of the most fascinating stories in the Jagannath tradition, an ancient promise that forever shaped the divine form of Lord Jagannath. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to uncover the incredible story behind his mysterious unfinished form. And if you enjoy exploring the timeless traditions and mysteries of Sanatana Dharma, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more authentic stories rooted in our ancient scriptures and sacred traditions. Jai Shri Jagannath Mahaprabhu.